Off-season training has finally begun for me, and it's not been off to the best start. Just 3 weeks into training, I pick up a small hamstring injury, which now leaves me unable to train at full intensity. So for the next few weeks, I'm gonna have to rehab and also patiently build up the intensity back to the point where I can train normally and at a proper intensity. So in today's video, I'm gonna take you guys through this whole rehab process, show you guys all the workouts I'm doing, show you guys what I'm doing to recover, and also just generally showing you guys what my life is like here in a week of training. Enjoy.
Bro, who fucking cares? Waited for a couple years, trying to let my peers flourish. But they ain't hold the flame to nuts, and I'm just being honest. New song, but they ain't no one that I hear running.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday today. I'm having breakfast now. So cold. Scheduled for today is I'm probably gonna do a rehab workout for my hamstring in the morning, and then I've got a lecture from 10 till 12, and then I think another lecture after lunch as well. Bro, my voice is so deep right now. I must sound like Darth Vader. Alright, so now it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna go get ready, and yeah, we're gonna go do our rehab in the morning. Alright, we're at the sports center now, and yeah, we're gonna get our session in.
No domingo eu li sua carta imensa, contando tudo. A primeira vez que eu soube o que pensa, soube de tudo e fiquei como quem não vive no mundo. E daí esse meu silêncio profundo, eu senti que a tristeza ia chegar e mudar, ia tomar meu coração. Hoje não sei mais o que penso, quero, o que procuro. Eu queria tanto viver contigo, o meu futuro, mas às vezes a coisa assim acontece. Aparece, parece, parece. Hoje nada mais resta além de esperar para ver alguma coisa acontecer.
Alright, so we just finished. We just left we're leaving the place now. My right hamstring definitely still feels weak, like especially compared to the left one. It feels like I'm not able to move as freely. I'm not able to move the weights as well. It still feels a bit tight, but definitely still feels better than what I felt last week, where it was just like completely tight and it hurts to move it. So yeah, we're making small progress.
Microtubules are shortened. You get a shortening here, and you get a mode of movement.
Just finished the second class of the day. The thing is that like I don't have that many classes, but they're always so long. They're always like up to 4 hours. Yeah, today's quite tiring. It's a very full day. Alright, so now I'm back home. I just got back from campus, and yeah, I feel very tired from the classes, but overall I'm so relieved that after the first day of rehab, everything is going smoothly. My hamstring's starting to feel better. I just feel confident going into the rest of rehab, and now I feel more reassured that I can make a full recovery and get back into training. At the start, I actually felt really disappointed. I felt like I really let myself down because it was this early on in training that I got injured. Now honestly, I'm just so relieved that this injury actually isn't much, and it's not going to hold me back for long, and it's not going to be long before I'm back on the track training and resuming with my programs. So for today, that's it really, and tomorrow I'm going to see you guys on the track. Tomorrow's going to be a really light and short session just to test out how we're doing. It's a very sunny day today, but it's not Sunday, it's Tuesday. Today we're having a session on the track. We're just gonna do some strides just to see how the body is doing, how my hamstring is gonna respond to the training. It's just like basically a diagnostic test. We're only doing like 3 or 4 strides to 50 meters. Yeah, it's a very light session just to see what's going on. Alright, so we just finished the workout. I just cooled down. Throughout the workout, I actually felt pretty okay. Like there were no sharp pains in my hamstring and it just felt a bit tight towards the end of the workout. But yeah, I'm really happy that I went throughout the warm-ups, throughout the workout. It all went well. I'm happy that there wasn't any pain. Yeah, and we're just gonna move on with the whole rehab process. Next, we've got another workout in the gym on Thursday. And then, yeah, we'll just see how everything goes. In today's rehab session, I'm gonna try to push the workload a little bit just because I feel more strength and mobility returning to my hamstrings. First, we're gonna do some hamstring bridge isometrics, which are great for the tendons. I decided to add some reverse lunges to target the glutes and the hamstrings together and also strengthen them. Next up, I move on to some single leg RDLs. They're great for strengthening the hamstrings unilaterally. And during this session, I noticed that on my left side, I can do the movement more stably and with more control, while on my right side, it definitely felt more wobbly. I'm really happy with the rehab session today. I'm starting to feel more strength in the hamstring and I'm starting to feel more confident with it too. Next up, we're doing a session on the track on Saturday where we're again just going to be testing out with some runs. But this time I'm increasing the load a bit just to see what we can handle. Alright, hello everyone. Good morning, afternoon, night. I don't know what time it is you're watching this. It's currently Monday morning. It's 8:42 right now. Bro, it's so cold right now. It's like 12 degrees. I think it rained last night, so the track's a bit wet, but we still got to get a session in. I was actually supposed to have this session on Saturday, but my legs just still felt sore from the gym session we did on Thursday, so I decided to take a rest. And really, when I'm injured like this, I have to be very careful with when I train, and I have to make sure that I'm not pushing anything too hard and I'm taking everything patiently. Today's session is just some easy 100-meter runs, and I did 4 of them. Throughout the runs, I felt like I could definitely put in more power into the ground compared to last week, and that I could access a greater range of motion. Both of which are great signs that my strength is returning to where it should be, and that my hamstring is getting more comfortable with running. Session done. We just did 4 times 100 meters all at like 17-second pace. I'm actually really impressed I could get them at 17. I was expecting maybe around 18, 19. But I think it's a good sign that we're in good shape, and didn't feel my hamstrings at all. They didn't feel tight or weak, and I feel strong now. I feel like I can go through the motions better. And yeah, man, that means that probably by like next week we're already back. Moving on with the week, on Tuesday I had another session in the gym where again I just focused on rehabbing and strengthening the hamstrings. And in today's session I also decided to try out some band assisted Nordic curls. I also started to reintroduce plyometrics, but keeping it at a very low intensity just to be careful. A few months ago, I posted a video on my Instagram called Run Your Own Race, and it didn't do the best, like it got a few thousand views, but out of all the videos I made, I'd definitely say that that one is my favorite. And it's really because of the message behind it. With that video, I explained how in a race, you basically have to focus on what you are doing and not worry about your other competitors. And I really thought that that was a message that was very useful for everyday life, because you always see people who are doing way better than you, and it's really easy to get demotivated by that. But through that video, I just tried to tell how oftentimes we have to just focus on what we're doing, focus on our own process, and not about what everyone else is doing. And yeah, throughout this injury, that's what I've been always telling myself, just to stay patient and run my own race. Next up on my schedule is another session on the track. Today I'm gonna be trying to work on my technique and clear up some mistakes that I've noticed from my past sessions. The thing I noticed from my last session was that my rear leg recovery was quite slow, so that's what I'm trying to work on today. I did some small bounds to this session and it felt good to be able to do them properly. So like editor Raul probably said before, we're having a technical session today. We're gonna be running through wickets and also doing some strides after without the wickets. It's really just because technique is really important, obviously. And yeah, I just want to make sure that this injury doesn't mess up my technique. So just finished the workout today. It's a bunch of 50-meter runs, really focusing on technique and not too much on the speed or the power I'm putting into the ground. But I feel great because I ran with really great form today. Everything, it was so smooth, it was all flowing really well, and I'm really happy with that because even compared to last year, very good progress. Now I'm just gonna wrap it up, and we've got a few workouts still this week before we move on into a actual proper intense off-season training week next week. So today I'm back in the gym, and because it's the end of the week, just like last time, I'm gonna be switching the focus more towards building up strength rather than rehabbing the hamstrings. However, this week I'm learning my lesson from last week and making sure to adjust the volume so that I'm not too sore.
Ela quer dar pra bandido, ela quer o 5-7, ela quer o 5-5. Tá jogando na minha cara, então vou ter que levar. Tá jogando na minha cara, então vou ter que levar. Que levar, que levar. Então vou ter que então vou ter que levar.
So I just finished my session today. We had 3 150s and also a 200. I ran all of them at 65% and they all felt very smooth. Like I didn't feel any pain at all in my hamstring. Running through the curves, through the straightaway, it all felt very smooth. No problems there. And I'm just grateful that I can safely say that the injury is gone now. And now all I have to do is actually just maintain these good habits, maintain the strength work for the hamstrings, and also keep progressing the intensity patiently just to make sure that I don't injure it again. With my original plan, I should be about 3 or 4 weeks into proper intense training, but I had to take 2 weeks off because of the injury. But I'm not pissed at all. Because of that, I got a chance to actually strengthen my hamstrings properly, and because of that, maybe I'm going to go through the rest of the season with less problems. So that's it for the end of this video. I'm really grateful if you stuck through it to the end. I hope you're able to take away something from this, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.